Chama Wontumi docket aye ready a ye de ne court.
NPP Womokwa His Excellency John Mahama Chow Efa Chama Wontumi case no ho.
The 24-hour economy initiative. And I'm pleased to announce that
nurses no are clear in their mind. Say
where we are now is where we are. A decision being taken today, it's because
yen samwe fo nyina kwaba ebiem emra jumadi esia francia ensama ekoso ewo oman Ghana mu yede ni nyina ebre ahefo na afi no yedi ho komo abetodwa se NPP amanyuko no womokwa kopa His Excellency John Mahama Chow Efa Chama Wontumi case no ho na ensem no betodwa sa no akoye ensem bebre quick one yebewram na yakwa kotie ensem a NPP for no omode tudwa eno achi ensem bebre awachi we ni fufuro bi ni aboabo no a yede ni nyina ebre ahefo baransa na no yenko na yehwe this video NPP amanyuko no ense wo makasa yenti MP mra yakoba ensem wachi papa
the politicians are doing and the rest are doing.
That's why Iyoko has not called you.
Sorry?
That's why Iyoko has not called you.
Oh no, me, you called me for what? No, but you see, for Chama Wontumi's own, like I said in Asempa last week, we are going to beg. I don't think that the hand behind this, I said in Asempa, I said the hand behind this is bigger than the people who run the Iyokos and the intelligence agencies. And this one, I put it at the doorstep of President Mahama. You know, Wontumi went overboard in some of his videos. And yesterday, I played a lot of them to show him. Because I said on air.
You met him?
Yes.
And you told
on
him
this subject. I told him, I said it on air last week. It's circulated. I said we will go and beg if we have to kneel down in front of President Mahama. We'll tell you that for this video and this video that he did, boss, this one, he crossed the line. Because I've done AFAC.
When you met him and you told him, did he agree that
he agreed.
Would he change? Would he change? Would there be a change of tone?
He's seen, you've seen some, he went very personal. You see, and the president is the president. Trump is Trump, like you said. Democracy established in America. Yeah. He's just, he wakes up and what he wants to do, he's just doing. Yeah. He got the power. So if somebody feels it was a political talk, we did AFAC. We were hot.
Yeah.
You didn't, under Mills, we didn't face this. Under Mahama, we didn't face this. So for somebody now having to go that hall, it means some line was crossed. And that was a very personal line, which was not true.
Yeah. Yeah.
See, when it's very personal, but for politics on any day, Dr. President Mahama, I will give it to him. That one, no two ways about it's my job.
But when it's not true,
but when it's not true,
information,
you that one, then he says, okay, all right, let's settle the scores. So this one, they will go and beg.
Please go to President Mahama, Dr. Free, and a number of MP people come to Jubilee House. They say they are coming to beg.
We are coming to beg.
For on behalf of.
But after we beg, to where we get to, we'll deal with it. But
and say, Chama Wontumi any MP for no. Yeah. Oman realize say. One my mistake,
of course.
And some no day.
Some no ship. Now the right away, honorable Dr. Ayu, a free year. Yeah, or yet top member of parliament. Yeah. NPP in Ashanti region. If you guys say also correct. Okay. Now or MP. Now or a top ranking member.
Now a brother Chama Wontumi. Kasatia His Excellency John Mahama no. Okay. A brother or Kasatia Vice President no.
Yeah.
MPP for no bet me a catch him say woman Tiana.
That's what I'm
and Tiana na wana no woman Tia Chama Wontumi.
Right, something in other say. Say a couple say ye bibia. Well, we be any yeah, all misbehaving no. Obi and can't say just because they think say behavior and bet me I really be mom. Into my yedi ankoye na semisi I wanna sofa. It is a utie and come and I was saying. Was show a lot of videos bebre yeah Chama Wontumi cassette mampeni or the church Chama Wontumi.
And you no plan these videos no be church Chama Wontumi o. Chama Wontumi na nkasa nipa wa kasa no o ba jam say ono nkasa nte dia o kan na.
O te dia o kan ti de na me pese me kire ne say. Na dia dance say ne satama o kasa no ni nyina na o mu follow back na o ma dwimu no o mo pe power e di say obey defamation obetwa ntro no mo be ne power omo de omo mfa ho at the end of the day they need power but say power na ma obe face consequences it is a utie ya Dr. Kwame Ayu a free year, Nkoma wodi kyerɛ sɛ ɔno as individual ɔnyɛ saa deɛ no ɔno so ɔno bɛkɔ abɔnten na aside political issues wakɔ kasa tia obi personal ɔtwa ntoro to obi so according to Nkoma no ɔse a lot of Chama Wontumi nsɛm a ɔkaeɛ no ɛyɛ lies ɛnyɛ nokorɛ na kyerɛ sɛ ɔmo atitum sɛ Chama Wontumi na ɔtwa ntoro ɛde to mampani so ɛyɛ falsehood and brother true be told sɛ Chama Wontumi ɔtwa ntoro wɔ nyina dwie na ɔmo ankasa tena se dwene ko sampa wanya deɛ wɔtwa ntoro a brother me nyini sɛ chopper no kwa keke ɛyɛ enough because mampani ni hweyɛ sɛ mampani bɛyɛ bibia ɔno ankasa kasa mu de feel sɛ wɔ defame president ka mampani nsiw no mampani
o sɛ na manfo kasa nsɛm ne sɛ ɛbra 2024 yɛ kwa akɔto aba Chama Wontumi ka ɛna wo hwegye na nanimu a ɔyɛ bɛyifoɔ ɛna John Mahama ne yere ko dwomba yɛ ɔbɛto yɛ na president ɛne ni housemate ɛda na manfo bisa senti mampani ontimi nsiw Chama Wontumi
right to the extent say aside we nyina chi no ba ko aneka ho a na ɛham yɛ sɛ ɔse vice president Jenana ni kunu ɔne ni jaware a ɛna ɔne mampani John Mahama ko hyehyɛ hɔ nti ɔne na hyehyɛ hɔ saa besi nnɛ nti ɔware no right you look at this na oka we nyina wie just in the name of politics me pivot to keke o wi a ɔse a mistake na buy right what sort of mistake ni sometimes yen trust na yen nwene as human beings yen nwene kwa kire hu se nipa no no so ye nipa te se wo no se Chama Wontumi ko iyoko less than 1 week afedi o ma hu se Chama Wontumi de oye ye ne ye to aba wie ye no o ma hu se de Chama Wontumi ye ye at least yen fa ne sam na mo di vote ne buy ya na se ama wie ya mampani so wie ye no e de na esi hu kwan se mo be ka kire ne se anano ye wo ye no ankoye kopacho ye che na mo hu se asem ni mo odene no e na politically mo di mampani ba bewura asem we se agise mo kopa mampani chew
yen hwa de e de na esi a wo ompeso mo kopacho e de na esi
roger yes nyina ne se Dr. You are free ye say Chama Wontumi se de yokofo ni deal no ogidi ye se ensa kese bi hye kire na ensa hye kire be mampani e ka yokofo ni nko a ko ne Chama Wontumi be delete ye but ke munya di say
anu ti na mesumi bisa se e de na esi nti a omo peso mo kopacho because chopa no from min kan se yemfa ne Saudi from 2020 ba na yehu se Chama Wontumi didi John Mahama
yeah there was even a video bia Chama Wontumi kan se satam na NPP da so power se ono omfa mampani John Mahama boni nchene da satam na we express or former president why ne boni na omfa nchene da obi a why oboni
enti me bisa se de na si a this time omo hu nyansa se omo kopa achew
Roger
ade no mahu
they say the da o manim no eso in this case NPP for ni bia hyase adwene se de mampani kan se oba obechi corrupt officials any omo involved in the criminal act atomo na omo nim se mere politics just a political slogan but said the mampani actions na se a anano vice president Professor Jenano Pokwajman ofiri ayarhwemu ba ya osan kosi subiem se kwan bia so obi a wa involved in corruption bia no omo mfa nche no afedi omo dwatrom se baby ade ne kɔ no one sha NPP for bedru election day no mu twa court kwan next election e bedru time omo kɔ akɔto aba time also be campaign no mu twa kwan because ye te say next week Chama Wontumi docket e be ready omo de ne be kɔ court and say Kwabena Dubu ahe e wo court Professor Amiya Kunfi wo court Chama Wontumi kɔ court ye te say national service anase national service ghost names no eno so ebe kokko eno so enipa best 4 to 5 eno mu di wom nti all kan ka ho now the kenoforiata any a lot of deals ebe ka ho a what one hwa ye 2028 na NPP for penifo nyina gina court
yen hwa de se John Mahama te ho na obehe NPP fo anim nie Chama Wontumi anim nie na omo se omo be pa ne chewa onso chew pani
Roger wait here very simple mampani se Chama Wontumi be pa ne chewa to the best of my knowledge oni Chama Wontumi ni problem oni ne nkoida da bi right mampani president
Chama Wontumi akasetia
right okasetia no mampani mo ho wa onka hwe he doesn't care bi kura say onsi Chama Wontumi mampani won fa ho mama one example it got to a time honorable Kennedy Akumpre kwa Japan One Mampeni John Mahama na omuntamunya because of certain words bia Honorable Kennedy use ye edema Mampeni. Right, Honorable Kennedy ankasa realize ye say na eni say e that far. Right, since then opacho no dey be emnesi. The president is very okay. Inti oye honorable person oni obi enya problem. But asemene ne say so omuntirim say omo kopacho na waje tu na chama untumi cases no. Mampeni aka kire Iyokofo say omunya abotrema chama wuntumi omunguma de lie bad omoboa
eno de say Ghana for kran so mpeni o
Mampeni ni
na ye wa ne akon say chama wuntumi akwakopa John Mahama chow afi chama wuntumi case na police case nka wo beti ase
Mampeni nim na chama wuntumi case na police case ya ye be impeach no right of course ye betu na fra konya so na ya to abayi Mampeni fra because yen timi ntra Ghana ha
asem we dey commander say
Roger Mampeni say NPP aban na boye kro no
okay
ena mobile na mpamaka kire say chama untumi kwa bokro no aside that we involve in certain criminalities we say yensase we use nyansa kwan agidi o man ho ene ye say onye ni pants ni 34 million Ghanaians na yakam enti ne emra no ye fanya adwuma na ye nyi ade ayi deserve enti se wo nipa ba akopɛ o ba be ka kire say chama untumi ba wuwu fie no abekasa enti obi antwa so a etwa so anya ye ne etesade a okoka chama untumi ha mo ba mienu mo free system nim na ya yaka no ye ne ndili very simple
but we are sure say John Mahama betia semi ama chama untumi nsem no ordina no atum
Roger no kra wo me say ensida say President John Mahama ebe intervene ama chama untumi say yoko anase security agencies engo ne mama chama untumi ensida
na no kwa na no ya unse Mampeni be di nkomo say political interference
of course
e was politicians no mo twa mo free security services o ma dwuma mo
mo entihade wi Mampeni be ka asem no enche bia na se enei MPP for soro ko Mampeni fie nya court enye Iyoko office enye NIB office mo soro ko say Mampeni chama untumi kansem fa ho a enya papa ye be pa o chew eno eye moral issue ye personal issue Mampeni say oh chama untumi ye menua keto amajetum me dia che no onko esi ho enter into yen court cases entimi nkonkora Iyokofo na seminim e basa na che say Mampeni ni integrity wogu hu fi because what catch say on political interference den NPP fu aba ufia be pa ochewa right after that e bia chama untumi case no e kwa akoda but it will not work me ankasa I am so much confident in the president say no matter chow pa NPP fu be pa no obeje to so the chama untumi ko ne a chen because oni chama untumi ni asem dada na mbom asem na wo Iyoko any national security ni court no enya de aban no etwam
me problem ni say ansa na e be wie me problem ni say baby chama untumi adui chama untumi ye ka bibi say unye nyansani a untumi nya sika say unye nyansani na sika no kwa ba e be san hye enti chama untumi level a waduru e wa brabom no untumi nkan chem say sorry to say wajimi ye be cho what you say enti ade bi na chama untumi ye bia na onim ye oye ye be cho what you say o say ye ka so chama untumi nyansa bia ni trim wajimi why say asa me nyini
Roger
one
side
but no ni yoka
Roger one side so ne say ya wonyansa mu ahodo to the best of my knowledge and chama untumi no o ne side ya o nyansa wa kwai nimdi a o be fa so obenya ni sika but efie nyansa o di be hunu se ade we ya me ye nne no e de be kwa koto amena we mu
dabi onim
Roger ye wo bi o ho a
commander enti ye boche say de na chama untumi keka na onim se de oye no eye me sorry to say nkwasam no oye
no right na onim se de oye no ento asum na mum na dwen antre ne se de oye no it will get to a timer one hwa e de ne be ko prison na se bebi e de ne be dwie no ompe banana adwen ne se at this stage
o kan fa no
we come in sama Mampeni no onya hwe fa ho enko ba bia right sa wo tin komana se a typical example assuming se chama untumi se de ye ka se waji road contract sika no daye no ye wanya sika bebre ni so hu sasa sika no won ho a waye sika ni but ne nyansa ntre ne say ma anya kwan na ye be chimatum sika ne be hye right he has gotten the money but when you use common sense right baby a ade na kwa koduru no Wapaye any adwembone ene de na duru ha. We should accept to say President Mahama ye nipa. The personal life de ye nkombi enye ne betu ne fo. Chama wontumi be pa ne chewa. E yo no anasem opa won fa nche no opa ma ne fa nche nemmom ye sika de. Mampani ni hutumi enuntina mampani ankasa ofiri akonya so in 2016 no. Na na dodan kwa kufado ema OSP investigate no. Nti se wosan fra akonya so a ye be investigate no. Nti obi a owo oman we bibia no is eligible for investigation. Anu de ye period.
Ena ntia se Ghana economy no grow and say ebe to dwa sa no enije aba but ansa na ebe ko sa story ne so no yonko tiema mpani mra his excellency John Mahama or insembia to dwa 24-hour economy na amanfo se scam John Mahama e de be scam Ghana fo no mampani edi hu nkomo ketua bi wa sei yenche mrai.
We're also implementing a game-changing strategy, the 24-hour economy initiative, to unlock Ghana's productive potential across all sectors. And I'm pleased to announce that on July 1st, the 24-hour initiative policy will be ready to go into operation. This policy will provide the framework for continuous production, processing and logistics in horticulture. It allows perishable goods like pineapples, mangoes, chilies, and herbs to move swiftly from the field to ports to international shelves, minimizing losses and maximizing value. And I'm pleased to inform you that the Ministry of Trade and Agribusiness and Industry and the Ministry of Transport are working together with the Ghana Revenue Authority, the Ghana Ports and Harbours Authority, the Ghana Shippers Council, and other stakeholders to soon declare the Tema and Takoradi ports as 24-hour ports.
Okay, Commander.
Yeah, Roger.
Where 24-hour port incoming.
Of course.
It's 24-hour economy. No, we see ebini.
Yeah.
We say no. Ebesama Ghana for bimanya jumaye.
Of course.
Pakikwa ni hu nkomoy.
Roger, we one of the best news na make pa because economically port issues no were very big effect our economy so because enyuma ekoso our port one a very effective our mind na that
chemuye obi baka se mampani baka se ye port 24-hour no enso da nye news bia we dey say Kenya bia
Roger
ye nwura mu yi
news a e woman say okopiem e Tema port ene Takoradi port wa ade achi no pa na workers ekọ na o ma hyase e shipping na omu yi containers ya abanye niema abe osie yi na eniema nso yo se efa port hokọ no na eno nso ma ehwo adwuma edura nwumra ya ponti around 5 pm enwumra no ya pon ya close obi akonfie enti se oniema eba be di port na se o kwa koyi na ukodura se 5 bo a enya dia obetimi atwa documentary issues no so na wayi this e ukofie na oba the next day. But thank God mampeni 24-hour economy in the port system odi hu nkomoyi the oba be nyina ne se port no be run 3 shifts a day enti workers na omo port wa omo kwa adwuma no pa e ba nwumre fafa na omo pon the be ne se sa workers no ye be che omo miensa enti omo be run 8 hours each enti se anadwo opon adwuma na se oniema wo port wa you can decide say daytime e na pressure wo krom enti wo koyi niema no mpo a traffic ne niema wo be di so enti wo be twen se opon adwuma dwia amanfo akwa aba no na around 8 9 10 ene ahomachi nyina wo betima akọ no akwa niema enti eno ebe me advantage ama eniema ye kraba be dru port wa ye se port wa ye ma enti container foforo aba ship na aba no ontimi offload niema ne because containers aye ma ho jese amanfo be cleaning nyina free ho space ni ho no right ebetwam because ye offload bi anadwo na ya offload bi anopani aduane anwumre enti wei eye one major thing evma port no ebe very effective
na say ebe ma hwan ha
yes
oh na no me nipa bi kaka e bae ade no ni bibia e ready opeso yi ade no
okay
enso na delay koso sa antisenka 24-hour we no ho I think say open just one day ko betimi anya
na another advantage na say within a day say na yetumi eyi eniema na niema ye beyi no yetimi ye adwuma na enya 1000 Ghana cedis ya But I say run a 24-hour economy. I will port one now. Let's just say hours do a babeka hono. Then you never say you nyama ye juma and also pay generate additional income. Aside say you do workers back workers in a hono. You better say additional income and nyama do a while within the week. You was ye nyama way you be. Yen Jimmy na atwasho for the following week no. You be ye sign money this week. Na ya je hu sika. And nyama wo fra ba anka ship ni besi hon. Ship no ensi hon delay. Straight away be bantem amayi. Nti ebasa yen port system na hwadwuma be de ama neighboring countries ya ebu ha omne ma be fa other countries no omde de nyina be fa ha na omayi but unu ma de ba ko aka dabi e wata mampani at the time a oye campaign no odi nkomo bi kire se yen port ho no opese odi innovative idea bi ba eye very special eni yen system no se de be ya obi nkokra ne ma na on country se ne niama na kaport ho ontimi nkle onisika nti port ho ayema the right mampani idea odi tu dwa nyina ne se opese on a private investors ekasa nti ankura mo musika musisi warehouse akese a na aban no ene matrase I exchange documents nti se obi kra niama bedru na onisika odi beyi a the right na waba wo ho wo ya ankura waji certificate se wo ya sa adwuma ne bi oba wo be kwa koyi niama no port ho na port ho no with government officials any munyina I go through the document enti uyi niama no kogu warehouse a na nipa no be fa niama na koton okoton wia ya ma de bia 1 month 3 months say onkoton na onfa sika na enti okoton wia okay odi sika no e ba betua wo ka onkotua wo port ho biemu odi bebre wo private person na ukoyi niama no ma no na little interest no aban na be kire interest do to infant so no the same interest na to so do private person no wo interest say niama na wo yiye no nipa no koton no oba no odisika ne bi aka ho abanti at the end of the day obenya profit habo ho so aye free nipa na okra niama bae no so eba no na onkuta sika watonya ni sika watibia kwa kutua waye free you know that ebema importation and exportation are very comfortable you know
sika babo oman ni mu oman ni be yie
of course
but then matasa Ghana economy no grow for you ho kakra na yenkofoforo so
well director on this issue say nkomo ba ko a na ekoso e wo Ghana in the previous times say economic growth saying any city in Juba say I want for say economy na grow nkrofo say and reflect here e wo economy this so director did you say according to statistics say Ghana economy as at June 2025 grew by 5.3%. A year very high. And the year 2024 as at this time. As I said, 2024 by this time, now economy no grow 4.9%. And a few years by this time, albino grow economy no with 5.3% increment. Amount for a bo abina basopa.
Na mo pa se o man kan na be fa no ntoma pa fra
the water ade ba ko a ede no said ye okase ye bompa se o man be fa no ntoma pa fra no say yet ho na o ka economic growth o ka inflation a e ya Ghana for bebre say inflation yet tetenwe economic growth yet tetenwe enti say yet ho na ehu se fu obo e kofom say yet ho na ehu se a lot of enema eton bi bo asha say reduce na right after that dollar no exchange rate no see na ho ade ekosoro na eno achu be ka kire say economy ni egura e ho de o ka ye gitum ye ni asem ka but say ka umbe ka say economy grow 5.3% and a dollar no ashutu ko 17 pounds ko 20 and a euros na 18 the right na say fuel prices esa akosora na o ka kire say economy na egura grow in big sense because automatically citizens no be kire omomo nti economic growth no the right o mining nyine no awosatima bufo no so yenso yebotom enyini
okay yenyina we so na yemfa ni we nkomo e ba ye hye dan ni we nkomo na no yete se nurses se wo mo ko strike na ehunu se e agro na wo mo die ampa strike no wo makọ say ai yanya ntie se ukọ hospital sa wodo a enipa wu a ewu no say anu e den dodo amafo ka se ye nasisi ya se wo mutimu ya ye den dodo because ai sika kakra mo pe no omo hwama ye hwe nkwasa nipa ewu sa anti enko mo consider kakra no mo san ko ye adwuma ai aban so kan sembe pre aban so se da bi dia de na kwakoye no wo mo dimansa na na dodan kwakufu ado ene wo mo tena se ye hye no aban na fa nhye budget 2025 nti abedo matimi de sa niam na ship ama health minister ene chese mampani presidency kasama fo fere so fuzu kwa chem kwa be didi nkomo se wo mo kaso mo de sa niam ni ba be hyema ma nurses na oman no ebe haye quick one yeni nkomai
right away there a very interesting topic and I was saying a residual bana I was say ye bold enough na edim nkomo ye pa because a issue e ka a nipa life human life and ne ye di nkomo right ade ba akuni anano ye di nka be di nkomo ya na ye pa ye nuam nurses achew estre wo mo say omo ye mobo because a nipa nkwade ye ntimi fa ni agro but right adu ba bia ye looking straight forward na ye ni nkomo ne say ye sit here Rata, you know, nurses, Omukoma, Omudi, Yajitum say a realistic and very raw. Omudi Bim said they deserve better. But as something you say, at a time I agree, yes, sir, or that condition of services, any allowances in the Bama. Now you're proud to election in Toshaya. Me met you, Max, how can I say? Because it's not yet Kotwaba, not NPP are buying who is said. Se obi bano no kabibina wanye tuma mo beto obetia wundi as a political factor and abani jitu mu se obeye na afi ono so e de sa conditions no ama wo mo and o grant wo mo that accepted after that omo they have case abaya grant wo mo but assembly say abaya grant wo mo no what was the way forward abaya no bof to bi to ho abaya ni jesika bi say yem fun service that aspect na yen nyina ejitum say government aye continuity we ba e wo so better so but assembly ni say dem aye to abasesa aban say aban ni ye bibi na enya oba o metoa so we are talking about economy minister na say oman capture side your budget ni say ye kwafa be shema na che say you live according to your plan ye no
akwa say one oyire no matifie na ebia ye be rabusumi mu na wasese wakatua ebia 5000 Ghana ebia metonto sei meto jene sei meto sei na ade na si na fe all of a sudden oba no ko school buy no o se ye ko excursion no e say wa unso nim say excursion na nya de a me fa no say oba no na odwene ho say next month ye be ko excursion ade na ko eputupuru say ukoyi scan bi na do ma oba no say on fa ko excursion na
efie bebo
asem ni oba ne dey
Rewatanti, memo ja excursion. Na ya maintain unity in this case. Abina semene say, we are all talking about the economy. Say enei ye two nurses salary mu omo 10% increment. Opa, my yen 25%. Na fuel prices. Ensan shiri.
And also be complain.
And 20 cedis per liter. Na lorry fare en jampon kosro. Na dollar rate en 20. Eduane bonya den. They will complain, say, Sikana Yedima, it is not sustaining them enough. I'm not traba. That time, no, and come, Quebec will be. And then I young to say, Baby, a nay, Obia deserve better. Also, say police for now more petrol and highways, they don't deserve more salaries. They also deserve the next one say, Abanijitum. The government will do that for them. But because Nanyama anyway, until man some time, now on fun to twin in because abide by Nankasano, a lot of institutions, a car, a daho, any energy sector care of but a day, 10 times the kind of mao. So light in the room, not a ginasu dema, or Mukona light a duma, hospital honor. Here, Joanna, or Mr. Commander, they deserve. And until nurses 2 coins are known. And you won't can. Yenye bibi mfamo omo ban so mo kaso omo pe bibia yen trash e betimi dia mom the writer I agree but me concern say me bi adwuma na me worker bi or a very important worker but ni demand say o demand no say me demand na adwuma ni be ku a me mfamane na adwuma ni ngu ana the point is say on media writer I leave the person na ma poor mo mama me average performance na ma maintain o mo kakra because na say no sansan be to dwane me ntwa no sa yesi ye kwakofa retired nurses edo ma baba be ye adwuma no o metimi aye the retired nurses no omo kura de ato aban anim say omo sra aban no nurses ye wo ho nyeni e yo mu nuam nketwa say basa na che say omo ye yi hotena enti aban no omo nuam nketwa no enkasa e ma ni si because esa na che say omo mom e na hye kira omo ama aban no meeting with demands. And for now, retired nurses now, and ya dia omoko, so omoko akoye adwuma no. Because basa o mai what na. But me concern say, brother, ye to say economically, baby o mai ni gina ni no. Say ye dema mo no mai ni beba. You shouldn't give it to them. Omo ye nipa.
Na bia yam fam mo musu se nipa so wo.
Brother, I agree, but there was solution to certain things. And they are yeka say, ye nyina jitum say nurses for they deserve better. Me jitum minti hanka say, omusika 7 my fa bin kan. But it should be in a proper way or mining more. Right, so mind the bar. Nurses for a can woman. Me beside this simple question. Say energy sector, a change. Na energy system na collapse say kima. Nurses no kwa mana light ni or minima. Dear you on it will not make sense to say. You better sika ma omo. Now at the end of the day, omokwa machines in ho, if ye nya light in ho, we have nothing. First one is so. It why don't we save human life? Last year, a salary when I know much. The matter you say omo deserve, but last year, a woya no much. They didn't go strike. What's my point in Asia? Until then, abayaba in just 6 months. Now we say condition I will be agree in 6 months ago. I was said you were bad no. Chinchina or yen in Neyama, and yes, our own tease. At the end of the year, nipa, yan tease say, and the man getting kitty-bo higher yen now. It will go against us, Chenebi. Very bad. You go so slow, but almost they should consider certain things.
Okay. Yeremasi, ye ko, Adam, young corner sakwa, young co nasan semiano, young corner could tien samoa, and penny for hodo, Eddie Atuga.
Nurses no are clear in their mind say the only thing about a quality of strike no is for government to sign on to the implementation of what was agreed between the government of Ghana in 2024. Besides that, in the Nyadi Ombeji Bibia Atum, Mobile and the Danes is here.
Position as a giant of more crazy. I mean, yes, sure, so open negotiation. I was who shared both sides. I think much more than I started any of more time after no other minister for now. No other company that extra, I would create. Only you want to say small committee be better one much as other documents. Now, just the better. They are bros one thing. You can't, you can't. On so to would declare transparency. I would declare strike in the Quran. Oh, yeah, trouble. Yeah, share documents. Never need to work. You bet you the local and in the area. And this will have to wait for the whole implementation of the document. And now I'm in charge here. So I propose that I'm going to ever for a meeting. So I meeting, fair wages and salaries commission in the fair. In terms of the abandoned proposal, actually, which is the document you're signing 2024. Moabo court. January, February, and I'm out of court settlement. And cut budget. Into the bad thing going forward, man. I say the time and see year, no, another next year. Into not this year, no, you're by the not next year, you're starting this year. Say about near friend of Arias, no, they are part of the however, document I was a 2-year lifetime. But you make it sure, say, you may see this across instead of there 2 years now, every day new document now, ever send it out 2 years. And I'm also proposing here, say, I'm more implementing it. They say, now you're in fact, and come on. But we thought that, it was a good negotiation. What present to the apparent here. Into the quality of strike. Some of the quality of strike. Now you show back and forth. Because at the end of the day, Ghanaians are suffering in a hospital. And not see a young administration, your major concern. It is a more table of proposal, young table of proposal. Young quality of strike. Now one continue discussing. Only for us to see in the media later in the news we have rejected the proposal. The strike will continue on unabated. Not the ministry, what can we do? We can still call on their conscience and see whether that is possible. Yeah. Now, we go to the aid of the people of this country, of the suffering that we now say again. People work where retired nurses of Motion, hospitals work me moving. You better announce you are changing the all hospitals. So they are Australia, and I said the big two grand wouldn't say hospital be one on go there straight. Yeah, the number down.
Hospitals, they public hospitals and are private.
Ghana health system, a public, private hospital, quasi-government hospital, Christian Health Association of Ghana, teaching hospital. Ghana, Ghana as a health system. And see, that directly where to get which care. Because Ministry of Health, the effort that we are putting in place all over the years, the target is to make sure that the gains that are the rest of the state. Also, the maternal care gain we need to maintain. In Kola and the 5 and the 6, we need to maintain because my number 4 things for the hospital. For the hospital. I was saying making sure that your mortality rate will be reduced.
That is Tony, who kasa through earpiece and
I think so. Is it okay now?
Yeah, it's better. It's better.
Okay.
Yes. Inti, now my question is, is it a fact, sir, this condition of service I can once say, May 2024, and at the government of Ghana, any nurses is signing on to this condition of agreement, condition of service, sorry. Is it a fact, sir?
A document, almost signed in 2024 May.
2024 May. Good.
For it to take effect in July 2024. Implementation and can also started July 2024.
Yes. And I almost say there was a court case against the implementation, which case was resolved in December 2024.
January.
And the bar said January 2025, the implementation should be done.
Bobby.
Yes.
December, January, you know what happens in Ghana. There is a transition period.
Absolutely.
And I don't know who gave that indication. But there was one revelation that was Ghana phone to during sad negotiation it came out clearly, say, employment transition team a desire, sir, is there a condition of service that has not been implemented during the transition period around January? Yes, there is no document like that. There is no condition of service that implemented. Yeah. It was clear. Those who were on the employment transition team, and now they said it. Until now, it was lost on Ubia because the larger document and after the bigger document is saying that there is nothing like that.
Is it the case when the new health minister took over, our nurses need to present a copy of this condition of service to him, the ministry doubted the authenticity or the existence of that document? Is that the argument?
Obi, even that period, what actually happened was that, the minister was actually inviting various unions under his ministry.
Yes.
And during that discussion, there were other things minister separately. They are happy with that arrangement, a local arrangement, even though a year condition of service. Or no, you see the local arrangement. That was when he got to know, even what he was doing, a part of a bigger document. Then he said, okay, move a document, This, for the minister, what he has to do is just transmit that document to finance. The document need to finance, And when who say there are things that this document and after there are procedures you have to go through, which is fair wages. At fair wages, no, it means that we want to renegotiate the agreement. So, okay, from the beginning, almost say more signing.
Yes.
We are now implementation.
Yes.
More signing. So we were also saying, sir, it will be better for us to see any plans as a team. Then we see, yes, signing document. When is it taking effect? And it wasn't as though you named it. The document went through phases, and now we got to a point where this document must actually be looked at. Now we said it should take effect next year because you threw a surprise on the economy, threw surprise on the budget. Now the economy has a trigger. So let's look at next year.
But in all of that meetings, no, was it made clear to them, say, implementation of this document, no, mean factor into the budget this year? Was it made clear to them? Because they seem surprised, say, and omote from the finance ministry say, oman fan share budget nim. They seem surprised. And was it made clear to them, say, it cannot be factored into this year's budget?
Obi, it has even come early to them because Omone, the Minister for Finance, meeting 18th of June because they are not in the country. They left this country and they will return on the 15th of June.
Yeah.
I was a meeting on the 18th. So this announcement has come early.
Okay. Who are not in the country?
The president and the secretaries and other executives are not in this country.
No, I hear all the executives apart from the president and the secretary are in this country. President and secretary depend on Geneva. Omo Makanina are in Ghana. That's what they've told us.
Yes, the way they operate,
yes.
There are people who they don't take any decision. They have to go, like what happened yesterday.
And it will not make any sense really to engage executives now without the president and the secretary. That's the point, right?
Obi, when they went to Ministry of Finance,
yes.
That was the indication. So ILO conference. This day into the meeting into this particular day. It was the Minister of Health even who inquired, and also Minister for Health, Finance, meeting, but the minister gave us 18. We are not happy with it. Then the minister said, I would have gone to arrange that meeting for you because I keep telling you that I am your chief advocate.
Yes.
At all time, I can speak to my colleagues. I beg, meet this my people small for me. Then we are moving. But if you go behind me and go and do that, and now come to me and come and frown your face, say, Minister, I'm 18, so I'm not happy. That is not fair.
Okay.
You see, then we got to know this is what actually happened because they were all traveling. They agreed on 15th. When they come back, the 18th, they have that meeting.
Okay.
I know they did before
you are saying, say, it was on 18th June meeting, and Anka Finance Ministry, Ebeka say, yam factor conditions no in this year's budget. Sana Woka.
I am saying, sir, that decision would have communicated the decision on the implementation of the condition of service. That meeting, and they would have known what will come out of the implementation or not.
Yeah, but I'm saying, sir, in the earlier negotiations, after the minister took office, they went to him, presented a copy of the document to him, and also the Command Finance Ministry. It was way before the budget was read. I'm saying, sir, in all those engagement before the budget reading, was it made clear to them, say, this year's budget cannot capture more conditions way? Was it made clear to them so they would understand? Because you see, they seem surprised, say, and then the team say ministry is a man factor in the budget 2025. And I'm saying, say, before the budget was read, was it made clear? Because the minister tells us, he had engaged them for some close to 6 times. Was it made clear to them, say, having gone through this document, we don't think we can implement it this year in the year factor into the budget? Did you make that clear to them?
Obi, and American is for us we will transmit that document to the appropriate authority and receive feedback. For us, we will look at what local arrangement can we do. And I'm saying, sir, at all those meetings, the Minister for Health and them agreed on certain arrangements, even though it was our document, and we had a local arrangement so that even if the document is delaying, it affected the other ones. I'm telling you, there was something that happened like that until it was after the budget that this whole thing started. It was after the budget that this whole thing started. It has to be included. Yeah, it's not included. Let's push hard for it to be included. July, there will be a mid-year budget. Let's go and push. So this is what is happening. There is a budget coming up. So let's enforce here into your conversation.
Yeah, but what's wrong with that? If they have that position, say, rather than somebody be called next year, there is a mid-year budget review. Why don't you put it in the mid-year budget review? That's a legitimate call.
Obi, I shouldn't behave as though I'm an economist. However, I will say that if I put it in my budget, knowing very well that this one is not going to be on it, or is going to throw my budget off here, where my resources will be coming for to take care of this budget, I have not even met half of it. What I'm seeing, the budget I'm seeing, I won't be able to even fulfill all of them. Looking at my income, why do I even add it? So that is what is happening. If I add it now, my inflows be able to settle this bill? Next year, I have projected that I'm going to look at this. I'm going to get this money. So let me put it. I think we, as a country, we should just accept this good deal because we know where we have come from.
Yeah, but they've also made
with this economy.
Tony, they've also made the argument. They've also made the argument.
Economy of gear again.
So they've made the argument. If they were in the hospitals working, and I am funny say there is a crisis or a disaster in the country, I was a buying a health disaster. I was a buying raising 2 billion Ghana cedis to deal with that health disaster. And that's the argument. So if the state values what they do, the state should find the 2 billion extra to sort more issues out. What would you say to this argument? No, Monsieur put it forward.
No, they are entitled to the argument. But when it comes to the if here, where we are now is where we are. A decision being taken today, it's because of what we know. I can tell you, sir, conditional service, A and B, old and new.
Yes.
By the increment and after the review,
sure.
And
Sure.
But as it stands now, we are paying conditional service, but there is an increment. That is where we are.
Yes. So the new one is the subject of this whole strike. The new one, which was signed.
No, I just want to also make this point that the conditional service we are paying. Yes, there is an upward adjustment.
Absolutely. And for now, two sides, because government has made it clear, say for this year, it's a no. There is no middle ground as far as government is concerned. Omonso say sign. You just sign. And in the implementation, we can see which one should be done now, which one should be deferred or staggered. But government says for this year, no, right? Those are the two positions.
Obi, that is not the
okay. In the government position here, then
their position, it was supposed to be to review the document. But documents, we will implement it the way you want it because most implement my document we should implement. So okay, we'll do that for you. But looking at our budget now, it will be proper. We do it next year. So I'm sure, sir, there is some what do we call compromises here and there.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. But they say next year, dear, no. And I'm also say it should be next year, right?
So, halfway. What have they done regarding this negotiation? What have they done?
The PRO just told us, sign, when you sign, they know, government may not be able to implement everything in the document, but the ones that can be done now, do it, and we can talk about the rest on how to implement the rest, and so that's the argument.
I know some moral way in a mentee. I said, me government, I sign and then I implement it. I'm telling you what I can do for you. I'm not sure say it's the best. Maybe there is something we don't know. Say they are signing and they may be paying it from their own account or something. But if I am telling you, say, Miss Signia, make Chiana this day. We say no, they're signing it. I know you can't pay. Just sign. This argument.
Yeah, almost
we must sign and implement.
Yeah, they say sign, implement what can be implemented now, and let's look at the ones that we have to stagger. That's the argument. Yes.
Which means hospital be a war ukrum, say a health center, a chief's compound. Unim say workers work on by December no sa hospital no also or more 13th month.
Yeah, in this new way, sure.
Is it possible? Would be say the hospital in your hometown and I may be health center. Me my hometown we can't pay. I'm sure say yours will be the same.
Yeah, sir, and I'm say it should be borne by the facility.
Exactly.
On the 13th month, let me read it. I'm gonna say 1 month basic salary for all nurses and midwives to be paid at the facility level on a yearly basis. That's different. Is it the same? Say the facility should pay it.
Yes, at the facility level.
Maybe government can advance the money to the facilities to pay it.
The facility must pay.
From their ID.
This one we know what the language in the document we know. The facilities must pay.
Asempa FM.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, but the government of Ghana signed onto it.
Yes. So government of Ghana can also say that that agreement I want to renegotiate, but that has been shelved and we are looking at its implementation. So I am also hoping the leadership of the nurses will also meet government halfway, and then we'll look at how best we can go back to work, take care of the life of Ghanaians whilst we continue with this one.